This program is brought to you by Santa Lucia Land Incorporated, Space by Major Homes, SunTrust Properties, Jao Builders, Buji Royal Design Architects, Pag-ibig Fund, Pixa & Company for Total Structural Management, Pioneer Adhesives, BPI Housing Loan, Wilcon Builders Depot, GT Stoneworks, Centro Estetico, Fifi Hotel and Beach Resort in Morong, Bataan. On this episode of Homebase, we tackle the very important issue of pest control for your homes. We'll also feature a very affordable condominium development along the C5 road. And we'll take you furniture shopping in a place that guarantees to have everything you need. Join us on this episode of Homebase. Isa sa pinakabagong projects ng Empire East Land, ang 11-tower condominium development nito sa San Joaquin, Pasig. With its modern architectural design and resort-style amenities, it will surely be worth your investment. The lifestyle you want has never been so within your reach. A home with a much-coveted location, modern Asian architecture and interiors, top-notch amenities, affordable financing plans, and a wide living space to enjoy with your family and friends. This is Rochester, Empire East's latest condominium development in San Joaquin, Pasig. Let's start with its location. Rochester is close to several commercial and business centers, mere minutes away from Bonifacio Global City, Eastwood, Ortigas Center, and only 20 minutes away from the Makati CBD, making work and fun so accessible. Rochester's 10 clusters are all modern Asian in architecture and interiors. So while it is still a high-rise condominium, its modern Asian look still lends a certain warmth and hominess to it inside as well as out. Rochester is also complete with every amenity an upwardly mobile single professional or a growing family can ever want. It has a swimming pool area complex, basketball and tennis courts, playground, running route, fitness center, a 100-seater multi-purpose corridor, minibar, and a Wi-Fi-enabled clubhouse. It has spaces for every need or purpose. For singles, Rochester's one-bedroom units start at 26 square meters, with very low pre-selling costs, making it very ideal for those who are still saving up for the homes of their future. For growing families, there are 2 or 3 bedroom units with their own veranda, starting at 58.77 square meters. There are even bi-level units for those who want the elegance and freedom of a high vertical space. The life you want starts here. Isa sa pinaka-importanteng aspeto ng pagpapagawa ng bahay ang pest control. At kapartner po ng Homebase sa CSR project nito, ang Pixa Company. Paano nga ba nila hinanda ang pagtatayuan ng Binangonan Project? Panoorin po natin. Ang
Binangonan Project ang isa sa mga corporate social responsibility projects ng Homebase. Layo nitong makatulong at mabago ang buhay ng ilan nating kababayan sa pamamagitan ng pagbibigay ng maayos na tahanan para sa kanila. Mula na rin sa aming tagline na Building Homes, Changing Lives. Last week, nakilala natin ang Banggolay family na napili ng Homebase para sa proyektong ito.
Talagang dito, tuwing may bagyo, taon-taon talaga na talagang binabaha kami dito. Inaabot talaga yung second floor namin. Tapos yung mga gamit namin talaga mga nakababad talaga sa tubig. Gano'n.
Yung halos 4 na buwan yun na nakababa. Hindi pa, kumbaga yung tubig hindi pa bumababa. Naglalagay lang kami ng tulay para makadaan. Dati nga, sa bubong pa kami dumadaan para lang makatawid sa kalsada.
Yung talagang inaabot kami ng second floor noon, yung bundoy. Tapos matagal, yun na yung ilang buwan na yun. Talagang hirap talaga ang sitwasyon namin talaga dito tuwing may baha talaga, tuwing may bagyo.
Dahil na rin sa kanilang sitwasyon, nasa danger zone ang kanilang tahanan na kung hindi man binabaha ay parati namang nasusunugan. Ngayong umuusad na ang proyekto, isa sa pinakamahalagang bahagi nito ang pest control upang hindi anayin ang bahay. Isa sa mga partners namin dito ang Pixa Company.
When we started, we checked the area, we measured of course, the floor area. We got a copy of the floor plan, so we have an idea which will be the critical areas. In termite control, you have to prioritize the most common entry points of termites. Usually, these are where the posts are, and of course, yung mga dadaanan ng plumbing, and of course, syempre yung underslab mismo. In the Philippines, almost all houses and everywhere in the Philippines ay merong termite species. Tayo na. All of the 4 are seen, no? So, it's critical that all houses must undergo soil treatment laban sa termites bago siya matapos itayo. For the first visit, we did the inspection. So we noted medyo maraming stagnant water. These are usually mga problema siya kasi mataas ang moisture. So mataas ang attraction niya for termites as well as other pests. But just the same, so now the house is partially built. The posts are there. Meron na siyang walls. So, ang style kasi sa Pilipinas, nauuna yung poste at saka dingding. So, bago siya ngayon latagan ng flooring, ng konkreto, we go first, no? We will now treat the underslab, but before that, we also will treat the palibot ng mga poste. Tinetrench po yung palibot ng mga poste para lumabas tayo, umabot na sa medyo may footing ng poste. Tapos, ibabalik ulit yung lupa, ititreat ulit ng chemical, so that yung, kung may imagine nyo yung poste, and then this is the sahig, di ba may joints siya. These are the usual entry points of termites. So that's the reason why we need to treat the palibot ng poste. Kasi ang anay ay nasa ilalim ng lupa. So the key is treating underneath the house, yung soil underneath the house. So, when you have a professional pest control doing the pre-construction treatment, nami-measure niya yung ano yung chemical na gagamitin niya based on the conditions ng environment where the house is. So, makakapili siya ng tamang chemical. May mga chemical na non-repellent o repellent na tinatawag. So, again, depende sa sitwasyon nung bahay, kung saan siya nakatayo, anong klaseng lupa. Lahat yun magmamatter. So, only a professional pest control operator can think that. For these pre-construction treatments, which we call the Termite Classic, which is the traditional termite control treatment, we have a power rig. It's a motor pump which will give power for the spray, no? Para power yung spraying natin, hindi yung lagadera, because we need the pressure para malakas yung tama ng chemical, ng solution, para maganda yung coverage niya. Equal yung coverage, uniform ang coverage all over the flooring, no? So, after the rig, nakarugtong na dyan yung kaming syempreng spray gun, together with the solution tank, and then of course, not to forget the chemical. For this pre-construction treatment, we are using premise SC by Bayer. We mix it at the rate that's indicated in the label. So ngayon may bahay, kailangan po aalalahanin natin. Standard po ang tamang application dapat ng chemical ng termite against termite sa bahay ninyo. For every square meter of the house, kailangan po malagyan siya ng 4 to 5 liters solution. For Pixa Company, we do the traditional pre-construction treatment against termites. At the same time, we have the Termite replenishment system, which is a piping system which we put underneath the slab of the house to give it thorough protection so that every time mauubos yung 3 years na efficacy ng chemical, we simply inject the solution on the junction stations. Wala na pong butas yung bahay. So, hindi naman lahat ng bahay ay nakakalagay ng ganong klaseng mga piping system. So, just the same, a house without a piping system can still be treated. That's what we call the post-construction treatment against termites.
Abangan nyo ang update ng Binangonan Project dito lamang sa Homebase.
Megaworld is launching the newest residential development we have in the Makati Central Business District, which is the Salcedo SkySuites. So we chose the Zwilig Sky Garden as our venue because we want our guests to feel first-hand experience of how is it like to live a life on the top. We celebrate Megaworld's 25th year anniversary. We are very much honored to launch Salcedo SkySuites as one of the residential developments which will continue to fulfill Megaworld's vision of providing the most comfortable lifestyle in the most prime locations in the country. This development is very much different from our other residential towers built in the Makati CBD. Salcedo SkySuites offers more spacious units and suites ranging from studio, executive studio, one-bedroom suites, and two-bedroom suites. Some suites have garden patios and balconies to complement our clients' lifestyle preferences. The amenity deck is located in the building's rooftop, where future residents can enjoy unobstructed views of almost half of Metro Manila. Its main highlight is a heated outdoor infinity pool, the first of its kind in the metro.
Homemade cookies for people on the go. Yan ang ituturo sa atin ni Kuyen Cipriano ng Kuyen's Kitchenette. At dahil homemade ito, sigurado kong mapapasarap niyo pa. Watch this. Good morning! I'm Kuyen from Kuyen's Kitchenette. Today, we're going to make two cookie recipes. The first one is the well-loved chocolate chip cookie, and the second one is the oatmeal raisin cookie. For our first recipe, here are the ingredients. 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of white sugar, half a cup of brown sugar. You're only supposed to use 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1.5 cups of chocolate morsels, 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of salt, vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon, and 1 block of butter, which is actually equivalent to 1 cup of butter. Now we're going to mix.
The first thing that you have to understand with baking is it's actually an exact science. So the first thing you have to make sure is that your butter is not as hard as ice. It should be in room temperature. So the first thing is first, we have to mix our butter with our 2 sugars. Put in your butter and then put in your brown sugar and your white sugar. Once it's actually mixing together, if you actually have a mixer, you can use that too. This process is called creaming. Once you see that your butter and sugars are creamed together, you can now add the flour, salt, baking powder, your chocolate morsels, and your eggs, your vanilla extract. I'm just going along because I basically know the recipe really well. So mix everything in. It's supposed to look like this. Once you have this consistency already, you can now transfer it to your cookie sheets. Before you put it in your cookie sheet, make sure that you either A, add butter so that the cookies will not stick to the sheet, or if you have spray butter like me, do so. Once the pan is filled, measurement for cookie dough or drop cookie would be like 1 tablespoon. Make sure that it's not sticking together in the pan. So this is 1. The recipe that we gave you a while ago can make at least 2 dozen cookies. So that's 24 pieces to be exact. Your cookies actually bake for only 8 minutes. If you want something that's crispy in the side and a little bit soft in the middle, just like this one, 8 minutes is good. How could you not like chocolate chip cookies? It's good with milk, it's good with coffee, you can actually eat it for breakfast, after your main meal, and in between your meals. So now you know how to make the awesome and original chocolate chip cookie. Our next recipe is the oatmeal raisin cookie. It's actually healthier, and here's how we're going to do it. Just the same as the chocolate chip, but with more stuff. First, of course, we have butter. And then we have flour. And then we have honey. You can either add walnuts or almonds. I chose almonds. Of course, you have the raisins, white sugar, brown sugar, your uncooked oatmeal, your baking powder, salt, 2 eggs, and still vanilla essence. Let's cream our butter and sugars. So after creaming, you can now add flour, 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of baking soda. I'm doing approximately 1 cup of oats, uncooked, your raisins. Approximately 1 cup, or if you want to add some more, it's okay. Probably 2 cups maximum. And almonds. If you want to try another nut, it's okay, but I think almonds would be good. Roughly 1 cup or 1 cup and a half. Honey. Don't forget your 2 eggs. Mix them all together until you get the same consistency that we actually got with the chocolate chip cookies. Remember to actually preheat your oven 5 to 8 minutes to 350 degrees. And don't forget to either spread butter or you can use your spray butter like me. After 8 minutes, you now have your baked oatmeal and raisin cookies with a hint of almond.
Next week sa Homebase, kakamustahin natin ang construction ng bahay ng Bangolay family. We'll also visit Soler and find out why everyone is talking about it. We'll also talk to architect Royal Pineda and find out what his plans are to improve the sad reputation of our airport. Join us next Saturday right here on Homebase.